Is it Nietzsche?
You don't speak because of Friedrich Nietzsche.
In his essay, The Birth of Tragedy, Friedrich Nietzsche defines two artistic ideals, the Apollonian and the Dionysian. The Apollonian ideal, which is named after Apollo, who is the Greek god of light and wisdom, celebrates order, clarity, form, and patterns in artistic endeavors. When mathematicians talk about the great beauty in equations, they're talking about an Apollonian ideal of beauty. A formula will be simple and elegant, containing great beauty in order and form, revelatory of the great mysteries of the universe. Johann Sebastian Bach's exquisite, divine, and masterfully controlled polyphony is a great example of the Apollonian in music. You can also say that for the grace, tone color, and sophistication of the Duke Ellington Orchestra. In stark contrast, Nietzsche describes the Dionysian ideal, named after the Greek god of wine Dionysus, as one of drunkenness and chaos. Finding beauty in ecstasy and orgiastic revelry, the Dionysian is associated with sexuality and wild abandon. What? Jimi Hendrix completely annihilating the Star-Spangled Banner is probably my favorite example of the pure Dionysian in music, but there's also Jacqueline Dupre playing the Elgar Cello Concerto, and basically any time you'll have a mosh pit that breaks out at a concert. According to Nietzsche, the Dionysian causes the subject to vanish into complete self-forgetfulness. So really, any time that you have a bunch of people screaming Bohemian Rhapsody at the top of their lungs in a car, you'll have an example of the Dionysian in music. The thing that should be apparent about viewing music in this paradigm is that no piece of music completely upholds one ideal versus another. There's kind of a sliding scale. Which ideal would Joni Mitchell's music appeal to? Or Kendrick Lamar's? Or Bartok? It's kind of hard to say, really. Music held a special place for Nietzsche because he felt it could adequately balance the Apollonian and the Dionysian, light and dark, order and chaos, drunkenness and clarity. Remember, although transcendental beauty can be found in things like the Pythagorean theorem, it exists as purely an Apollonian ideal. Nietzsche felt that the downfall of the Greeks was that their society became too Apollonian, favoring a poisonous Socratic discourse and a technocratic worldview that killed any sort of primal and earthly celebration of the animalistic side of humanity. Something tells me that Neil deGrasse Tyson is not the hugest fan of Nietzsche. Other writers have dealt with these forms of thinking. In Robert Pirsig's book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which has very little to do with Zen or motorcycle maintenance for that matter, he calls the Apollonian ideal classical thinking and the Dionysian ideal romantic thinking. Pirsig unites these two worldviews with something he calls the metaphysics of quality. Nietzsche refers to this as the primal unity.
Hey Adam, this philosophy stuff is cool, but I thought this was like a bass channel. Can't you show me some sweet diminished licks or slap licks or something?
Well, the best lens to sort of understand this thinking in musical terms comes through a quote from the legendary jazz educator Hal Gelber. Play exciting, not excited. Play exciting, not excited. What does that mean exactly? Playing exciting is probably why we got into music for the first place. We want to create music that really stirs passions, makes people cry, or makes them dance, or makes them shout out in joy. If you have ever been excited by music, the musicians that were playing the music were doing their job by playing exciting. If it wasn't exciting, it would be like listening to Morse code without understanding Morse code. Just sort of noises in rhythm. So obviously play exciting, but how do you not play excited, and what exactly does that mean? It could mean, say, physically tensing up before you try and perform a difficult section of a song, or it could be thinking ahead of time about a sweet lick that you want to play, and then of course in the moment that you try and play it, you completely mess it up. It could also mean making a mistake, and then worrying about it the rest of the gig because the drummer's girlfriend was taking footage on her phone, and it's going to be on YouTube forever now. It could also mean getting too excited about the cool music that's happening, and then rushing the tempo, flubbing a line, or in general playing sloppily. However it manifests, playing excited means you've lost control of yourself to the detriment of the music that's being made. That's ultimately what we have to think about when we're performing, how to maintain a cool, calm, and collected disposition for ourselves while eliciting an emotional response in the audience. It's a complete contradiction in terms, but if you've ever performed out live, you know exactly what I'm talking about, at least as an ideal to strive for.
Ideal for which to strive.
So play exciting, not excited, my friends. Now for a slight side note, but it does relate back to the original topic. Early on in your musical journey, you'll be hungry for weird, cool musical concepts to incorporate in your playing and your general musical knowledge. Trust me, I've been there before. I've been really excited about things like atonal fugues, tone clusters, cellular composition, extended techniques, etc., etc. But at a certain point, you need to take those tools and then contextualize them. Thinking about how you and other people internalize music goes a long way to giving those fancy theoretical concepts actual meaning. You'll have to figure out for yourself how much of the Apollonian you want in your music and how much of the Dionysian you want in your music, order or chaos. The more you learn, the more you'll know about what you like, and it's important to learn how to trust your own taste in music. Anyway, this has been Adam Neely's Bass Lessons. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. And also please check out Hal Gelber's educational materials. The man has some amazing stuff for free online, and you would be doing yourself a disservice not to watch it. It goes very, very deep. It's very advanced, but it's pretty amazing. Anyway, let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. I might do another question and answer video soon. And yeah, and until next time, bass.